Welcome back to What the Happened. My name is Flashback, where we take you on a journey through time, revisiting significant events from a decade ago. Today, we are diving into the first week of August 2014, a week filled with dramatic developments in global politics, technology, and sports. Let's get started. The first week of August 2014 was marked by intense conflict and political turmoil around the world. The Gaza Strip was in the midst of a violent conflict as the Israel-Gaza war, also known as Operation Protective Edge, continued to escalate. Despite multiple attempts at ceasefire agreements, hostilities between Israel and Hamas showed no signs of abating. The conflict had devastating consequences, resulting in significant casualties and widespread destruction.
Well, just a little while ago, Israel announced the name for this operation. It's calling it Operation Protective Edge. And immediately after that announcement was made, there were two airstrikes on Gaza, one down near the Egyptian border and one in central Gaza. Now, our sources in Gaza tell us these are houses probably belonging to militant leaders. And this represents something of a change of tactics. Until now, Israel has been striking areas where missiles were being launched from, or facilities, training facilities and whatnot, belonging to Hamas and other militant groups. So really, these are just the opening salvos. When Israel gives a name to an operation, it means that it's serious. Wolf?
It's not a good sign, clearly. So what is the country bracing for right now? You're right there in the middle of all the action in Jerusalem.
Well, we understand that all schools and universities near Gaza in southern Israel have been ordered to be closed. The ambulance services are now on a 3 out of 4 alert level, which means that 75% of the ambulances are ready to go in case they're needed. All of Israel's Iron Dome batteries for anti-missiles are up and working and ready to go. They've been in action this evening. So Israel, at least the southern part of the country, is definitely on.
Meanwhile, in Ukraine, the crisis in the eastern part of the country worsened. Pro-Russian separatists and Ukrainian forces clashed continuously, leading to severe humanitarian issues. The downing of Malaysia Airlines flight MH17 in mid-July had already intensified the conflict, and by early August, the international community was deeply concerned about the escalating violence. While the world grappled with political strife, advancements in technology and science offered a glimmer of hope. In early August 2014, NASA's Curiosity rover celebrated its second anniversary on Mars. Since its landing in 2012, Curiosity had made significant discoveries, including evidence of ancient water flows, which suggested that Mars could have supported microbial life in the past.
The NASA rover dubbed Curiosity keeps coming up with startling new discoveries on Mars. This time, the rolling lab may have stepped right into an ancient riverbed. For more of this, CNN meteorologist Chad Myers has been looking into it and all the pictures. So how do they know it's a riverbed, Chad?
Because the stones that they're seeing are round. You don't get round stones unless something eroded rocks and made them round, like rolling down the river. Got a lot of tweets today, because we've been doing the story a little bit. Of course there was water on Mars. How else would they have made concrete? Because if you look at it, it really does look like a piece of concrete. But it is not. It's part of an old ancient riverbed. And here's how they know. Here's Mars, and the round stones here. Here's the Earth. In fact, Utah, round stones here, here, and here. Ancient riverbeds, as the water pushed those stones down the river, rounded the stones off, made them into pebbles. And they know that wind couldn't have done it because the pebbles were just too big. Here's an ancient riverbed. Well, this is the Earth because there are people here, so this is not Mars. But the people there, and this is an ancient riverbed that we're seeing in the Atacama Desert. Hasn't been water here for many, many years, but that's what the round stones look like. The water comes down from the top of the mountain, down through, rolls the stones, and the stones become round, and they know that that's what they're on right now. A lot more to go. Haven't found any life yet, of course, but life could have been 1 billion years ago. What might we find, even if we find anything, any forms of life? If it was 1 billion years ago, there might be not much left.
In the realm of medicine, the world witnessed a groundbreaking development. The first week of August saw the experimental drug Zimap being administered to American aid workers infected with the Ebola virus in Liberia. This marked a significant step in the fight against the deadly Ebola outbreak in West Africa, which had claimed thousands of lives.
Developing news, California nurses will take their concerns about handling the Ebola cases straight to Governor Brown today. Nursing organizations warning the state and hospitals that they're not prepared. They're asking state regulators to require hazmat suits and training on just how to handle the virus. Meanwhile, the CDC has now issued new guidelines for hospital workers handling Ebola cases. Among them, staff must use protective gear that leaves no skin or hair exposed. Health officials say the greatest risk lies in how workers remove that protective gear.
For the patient, go around. Right.
And now a trained monitor must supervise workers putting their equipment on and taking it off. The agency now admits the infections of 2 nurses proves its guidelines were just inadequate. Those nurses were taking care of the first Ebola patient here in the U.S. Both now are in stable condition.
Shifting gears to entertainment and culture, the first week of August 2014 had its share of excitement. One of the most talked about events was the release of the highly anticipated movie Guardians of the Galaxy. Directed by James Gunn and featuring a star-studded cast, the film quickly became a massive hit, captivating audiences with its humor, action, and memorable soundtrack.
Other matters to attend to. You said that. This one here is our booty. I want to get to him. Come with that. Why do I put my finger on his throat? It's a general expression for you. Killing someone. You've heard of this. You've seen this, right? You know what that is. Yeah. I like your knife. I'm keeping it. That was my favorite knife. Listen. That's whether you live or whether you need like what?
On the music front, the Billboard charts saw a shake-up with the rise of several summer anthems. Songs like Rude by Magic and Fancy by Iggy Azalea were dominating the airwaves, providing the perfect soundtrack for the summer of 2014. In the world of sports, early August 2014 was buzzing with excitement. The 2014 Commonwealth Games wrapped up in Glasgow, Scotland, on August 3rd. The Games featured impressive performances from athletes across the Commonwealth nations, with England topping the medal tally, followed closely by Australia and Canada. Meanwhile, in tennis, the Rogers Cup took center stage in Toronto and Montreal. The tournament featured some of the biggest names in tennis, and fans were treated to thrilling matches as players prepared for the upcoming US Open. The first week of August 2014 also saw the rise of several social media trends. One of the most viral was the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. The challenge, aimed at raising awareness and funds for amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS, involved people dumping buckets of ice water over their heads and nominating others to do the same. Celebrities, athletes, and people from all walks of life participated, making it a global phenomenon.
That's what I call it's a little bit refreshing, actually. I hereby accept your ALS ice bucket. Whew, that's brisk. This is refreshing.
California's been in a drought, so I improvised. Cookie!
Shit. There's no end to it.
Now, this is 70s ice, so it's colder than normal ice.
It's been icing for
It's been icing since the 70s. Do the thing. If I swear, I'm sorry. Just do the thing. That's a cold as shit.
Another notable trend was the continued growth of Instagram, which had recently introduced new features like video posts. Users were increasingly using the platform to share their summer adventures, travel photos, and everyday moments, solidifying Instagram's place in the social media landscape. And there you have it, a snapshot of the first week of August 2014. From political conflicts and technological advancements to cultural milestones and social media trends, it was a week that left a lasting impact on the world. Thanks for joining us on this journey back in time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with more trips down memory lane. Until next time, stay informed and stay curious.